So here we are in a cemetery for the PMK podcast.
Not just any cemetery, Teddington Cemetery. I walk through here a lot to the shops, and when the kids were little, the playground's just down that way, so we often used to walk through here. I like it, it's nice.
A couple of reasons why we are here. One, because you wanted to show me where this cemetery is, and because it's local, but also because Prince died recently, and it's somebody we've talked about. Well, a lot of people that we've admired have died in the last few months. David Bowie, Alan Rickman, and now Prince. And it's such a shock for many reasons, but I know that you're a fan of his.
Yes, I am. I think my favourite Prince song is Sometimes It Snows in April. Yesterday it did snow, and I was sitting at my desk and I went online and I posted a live rendition of the song, and it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, he was a genius, wasn't he? There have been a lot of people that we admire and people in the music business that have died in recent months, and I was reading about this. The interviewer asked somebody who does obituaries, I think it was for The Guardian, are there more deaths than there were? You know, what's going on? And he said, yes, there are. The reason is because there was a population explosion after the war. So suddenly there were more people, and those people are now becoming elderly and older. So those people are dying, and there's more of them than there perhaps were in the last 10 years, if you see what I mean.
Because a lot of the celebrities from the last few months have been in their 60s.
And 70s, yeah.
With Prince, it's more shocking because he was in his 50s.
My dad's 73, he was born in 1942, but rationing went on until, 1950.
Yeah.
Or early 50s. So anyone born in 1950 is only going to be 66, aren't they? Yes, Prince is younger. And then this obituary writing guy also said the other reason is because there are more celebrities now, because there are more ways to be famous. You know, everyone's got a television in their home, we've got the cinema, we've got YouTube. We've got
everyone's
radio.
a YouTube star.
So there are more celebrities, and he predicts that the rate of people passing is going to continue probably at this rate. So
it's interesting though, because I didn't think of that initially. I didn't think of the fact that obviously there's so much competition with celebrities now, and you've just got everybody doing stuff. But I guess with Prince and people that we've lost over the last few months, they are truly unique celebrities,
But then
aren't
the other
they?
thing is, Phil, because of our age, these are the people that we loved as teenagers and in our early 20s that influenced our formative years. So these sort of group of people who have died, perhaps, people who are 20 now, they're probably not feeling it. I'm sure they're not feeling it, in the way that we are. And it'll be other people in 20, 30 years' time that will really upset them. I don't want to name them, we're all going to go, aren't we? But, if you'd grown up watching Ant and Dec, or you'd grown up, Robbie Williams was
it's our generation of celebrities, isn't it?
Yes, it's the people who are sort of around our parents' age, isn't it?
So what did Prince mean to you? I remember the first CD I ever bought was Purple Rain, the soundtrack, which actually is probably a bit cliche, because obviously Purple Rain was one of his most successful albums.
Well, it's very good.
It is a great album.
Well, I bought his first single, which was I Want to Be Your Lover.
Oh, wow.
45, and I still have it, and I think it was 1979 from memory.
And all that early stuff had really
Brilliant
big sexual
song.
connotations as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess, it always did have throughout the whole of his career, but particularly so in the early years, and Erotic City and all the early
he was
stuff.
very sexy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't my type. Going down.
Yeah.
He was funny, wasn't he? Because he was a very small man, though perfectly in proportion.
Yeah.
With a very deep voice.
Yeah.
I've been
his
watching
voice.
interviews and things, because it's, people are posting it on Facebook and whatever, since he's passed, and he strikes me as a very gentle man.
I think he really loved his fans as well, didn't he? He always spoke very highly of his fans and wanted to give back to them, as opposed to, them
Also,
spending money on him. And
it transpires he's done a lot of very important charitable work as well, which he wouldn't let anybody talk about while he was alive because of his being a Jehovah's Witness. So that's lovely to know. I mean, this is the thing, you have the public face, but there's so much more to all of us than what we allow to be seen of ourselves, or what we disclose to.
we don't really know the private side of a celebrity, because we all see what's in the news or in the media.
And I suppose to a certain extent we see what they want us to see.
People are seeing your private life now.
Well, are they?
Courtesy of the
But
podcast
are
and the
they?
YouTube channel.
But are you really?
Well, a glimpse of it. You gallivanting in the cemetery.
You know, 57 clearly is far too young to go. It's very, very sad, and I expect we're going to find out more details of why that happened over the
And
next
especially when
few
he had so
weeks.
much energy as well. He had so much, I mean, you know, the performances of his from the last few months, it just showed him with so much gusto and almost no change to when he started, which is the real shock, isn't it, of him leaving us. And it's the same with David Bowie. We never really
how
expected
our
it.
parents must have felt, or our parents' generation must have felt, when Marilyn Monroe died,
I know.
when Kennedy was
Yeah.
shot, when
And with her age, I mean, that was
she
nothing,
was only
was
36,
it? 30
I
something,
think.
yeah.
Elvis. You know, all these people, they'll never be old, will they?
No.
They'll just always be the age they were when they died.
And I guess the beauty of their work is that their work does live on. So, you know, they don't ever leave us, really, because, you know, we've always got their back catalogue to listen to and admire. I guess the only downside is, or one of the downsides, is that we're not going to get future work from them. But, you know, the
No.
music will never die.
But you're quite right. I mean, imagine how many incredible artists there have been throughout history, and there is no recording of them, either visual or audio. We will never know, and it'll just be word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, people describing what it was like to see them. So we are living in an extraordinary time, aren't we? That it can be documented, and someone in hundreds of years can actually see
Absolutely.
Prince
Yeah,
performing and actually experience it.
yeah.
I mean, not that film is not live, but it's the next best thing, isn't it?
So thank you, Prince. Thank you
you,
for
Prince.
everything you've given us. The music lives on. But we should dedicate a track. Actually, we have a message here from one of our listeners, Emma, one of our friends, Emma. Went to see him in concert. We'll never forget the moment when he was lowered down onto the stage on a double bed with two girls, Diamonds and Pearls, I think. It looked like they were having an orgy on stage. I'm off for a cold shower. So there you go, memories
Yeah.
of Prince. Nothing Compares to You is one of my favourites of his. Obviously made famous by Sinead O'Connor. A beautiful song. Heartrending song. Even before the video,
Sometimes
before you
it's
see her
not.
crying.
It is. I don't know. I think I might have heard it too much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, overplayed.
It's like I do. I mean, it is great. But then, you know, he wrote "I Feel for You" for Chaka Khan. He wrote "Manic Monday" for the Bangles.
So you don't think of Prince,
Sheena
do you?
Easton.
Well, some people do, but you don't really think of him
As a
You think of the
songwriter.
bands that recorded, or the artists that recorded those songs, which is a shame, because it should be credit to the songwriter as well.
Well,
I mean, you know too well
yeah, I mean,
that credit's not
It's
given.
the person singing really that gets. It's the front
Gets the
people
message
that get,
across.
that get the adulation. I think as songwriters, as long as we get paid, we're not too bothered.
Easy life.